I thought I'd do a little video of my sketchbook, my new little sketchbook I took on holiday with me just recently. We went and spent a week down in Cornwall, something we do quite a lot, and it's always classed as my painting holiday. So I always take like a nice sketchbook, paints, etc., etc. But this little tiny sketchbook, I did take a couple more with me, but this is the one I was working in. And I'm going to turn the camera around so I can show you, because I can't read everything upside down or back to front, and that's how it appears when it's on video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn you around now and try and talk you through some of the sketches I did. Hope you like them. If you do, please put comments below or subscribe, and it notifies you if you press the bell when I put a new video out, and it's totally free, so if you can do that for me, that would be great. So I'm going to turn you around now. Here we are. So this little sketchbook, it's tiny, it's no bigger than my hand, and actually I thought it was one of my favourites, but I'm not sure of the make of this. I can't actually see anything written on it. But anyway, so the first thing I always do, I always put if found, please call me, because I'd hate to lose my sketchbooks, any of them. There's a lot of work that goes into them, a lot of thoughts, just everything. It's a visual diary for me, if you like. So this is the first page, and this is down at Perrin Sands, beginning of October. So I just quickly put down roughly what the sky was doing. It's a little bit cloudy. I make notes as I go along. Fade out blue. So this is Perranporth, and I've just put some rocks here in the foreground. Sand, silver light I wrote down there. It's always interesting to look back and see what you actually wrote down. The surf is up, so the surfers were out. I was quite a way over. This is over in the distance. The surf is up, the surfers are out. I've actually put sand just to remind me this is the sandy bit. Also, it's lifeguards training day today, so we saw them out training. Usually I jot down burnt sienna, browns, fade out blues, pale green, those sort of notes for myself really. So if I go home and I want to do a little painting of it, I've got everything I need there. So that was the first page I did. Now we went along a little bit further towards Towan Beach, and as you can see, this is Godrevy Point, and this is the lighthouse, and they call it Godrevy Island actually, this bit, and this is the whole of Towan Beach, and it's a beautiful beach. So very misty day, sea misty day, and the cold wind was so biting along those golden sands there, but it didn't put us off walking all the way around. And the far right up past this lighthouse is the seal colony. Sorry, the seal colony. I didn't say that right. So I just jotted down the tide's coming in, the surfers are out, and there was a windsurfer. This is called Top Towan. Lots of dog walkers. Just jotted down golden sands, moss green, just making little notes, and the coastal path to the lighthouse. So we walked all around and all the way up and sat opposite the lighthouse. I did this quick sketch there. It was really cold and windy, and it was quite difficult to do. Then the next day we went on a little trip. We were staying near Perrin Sands actually. We went along and we went to Treslick House. Trelesic House, sorry. It's a National Trust place, actually. And luckily we got the National Trust tickets to get in, so that wasn't too bad. It was a beautiful sunny day. We sat and had some sandwiches and we could look across the bay here. What if I wrote here? Oh yes, and across here we was watching the ferry. The ferry actually goes right across here, and I think it's a couple of quid to go from one point to the other. Saves you going all the way around, apparently. I just jotted down dark green, dark green, dark green. There's a new marina being built over here in this distant bit. And the sea is like glass today, very still waters. So I just jot things like that down. And these are, it's green fields here. So I just quickly fill out. I enjoy doing that little sketch. It's really nice just to do that one. It's nice looking back on it as well. Now, where's this? Oh, this is called Crowdy Reservoir. We stopped there and it was a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place to watch all the ducks and geese and birds landing on this water. That's a very grassy area here in the foreground. And the Canada geese had just arrived. We could hear them making quite a racket, actually. And over in the distance here is this lovely forest area and trees and the sky and the cloud formation. I really enjoyed doing that little sketch. I put there soft mossy green. And there I did another little one. I just was doing, this caught my eye, on how to capture the shimmering light on the water. So that is something I'm going to try and attempt to do. Pine trees and the forest green. So I just literally put a tiny bit of colour here and there. And also there was loads of mushrooms. So we went on a little expedition and picked a few mushrooms. This is going back to the Towan Beach over near Godrevy Point, because the far right is the sea colony, and this is just a couple of little sketches I did of them snoozing away. They're snoring so loud. Oh, and this is where you walk up around the top here, and you have to be so quiet. If you've got dogs, you mustn't let the dogs disturb the seals. The seals are down here. They don't really look like seals, but I know they're seals. The shape, I can actually put some more detail into it. I quite like doing this rocky area, and it doesn't really give the distance from where we were stood looking down, because it's like a hell of a way down, a real long way down. But of course I've just squashed it in, and it looks like they're in a little pit here, when in actual fact they are, it's their little sleeping hole, and they are quite wild and free. And I've made it look like it's just like a little den. It's nothing like that, actually. I don't know how it's got. I think I've just squashed it all in just to get the idea. But it was such a cold day again. I just quickly made a few little sketches of people dotted around, looking down, taking photos. Unfortunately, I only had my mobile camera, and that really wasn't good enough to take photos. But going back to Crowdy Reservoir, where I showed you we were picking some mushrooms. I saw loads of lovely field mushrooms. So I picked a few of these, and there were so many magic mushrooms here. I saw a couple of young guys they were picking and looking around to see if anyone was watching them. But I know for a fact these were magic mushrooms. I picked a couple myself, but I'm not going to go there because I would not try them. I did try them once. Oh my goodness. Hallucinogenic. So I left them alone. But yes, I put a little pixie up there. Field shrooms. I just did this little circle of mushrooms. Oh, and I'm always trying to work out what leaf, what tree it is. So now I've started, if I see leaves and patterns of leaves that I like, I'll pick them up and sketch them and write down what they are. We all know this is an oak, but I just thought I'd do it anyway. A maple, there's so many different types of maple. This is in the autumn, so the colours are going from silvery grey to burnt sienna. Sycamore, sweet chestnut. I've started making a little list. Beech. I really want to do a little sketch of the trees as well, just to remind me when I'm out, because sometimes I forget what trees are what. Oh yes, I have done some sketches and some of the seeds here. That's from an ash. Silver birch. Eventually I'll put some colour into those. Hornbeam. Similar to beech. There's a little seed there. Yellow ochre. Tucks. Oh, they were from the reservoir. So they're always interesting to do sketches of, and saw quite a lot of those. So I will put some colour to those as well. Little ducks. I love the way this one was stood. Mallard ducks. Of course, gulls. Seagulls are always my favourite when I'm down by the sea. There's a couple of gulls flying around. So that's just a little look at that sketchbook. That's from my holidays at the beginning of October. But I will go back into this and work a little bit more detail into things. Hope you enjoyed looking, but if ever you get a chance to go to Cornwall, go and see these beautiful seals, the grey seals. There's that lovely sea colony, that lovely viewpoint you can go to, Godrevy Point on Towan Beach, and you can hear them snoring away. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought. There they are. It's a cute little one there. Bye for now.